I grew up in Montana, and my dad was a fighter pilot, so he was gone a lot, and so I would stay at my granddad's place, and that was a ranch. Anything you needed, you just made it. And so I started making stuff real early, but I was just, while I was going to school, I was a framing carpenter. That actually gives you a lot of freedom because you could go to any part of the country that you're interested in, and the next day you can have a job if you want it. But whenever I was somewhere, I would look up other people that were making knives or building guitars or just going and listening to music, you know, and seeing what people are playing, and all that stuff started in college. Went on from there. I've done both of those things most of my life. So I've been playing, you know, I've built amplifiers too. These things over here are things I've built, and I'd get an old one that's in bad shape and build a better cabinet, and you realize the materials you build the cabinet out of all have a play in the sound also. And these old potato sacks, they work great as the grill cloth covers. This little guy here, this is an aluminum body. This is a little pan there's a resonator down here, and that's what amplifies the sound. But I don't spend a lot of time on fancy inlay or any of that stuff because that just raises the price for really no reason as far as I'm concerned, because I look at the thing as a tool, you know, because I'm building for musicians, not for collectors. I know that, you know, playability is more important than the way it looks. Knives are a lot less complicated. The design is dictated by what you're going to use it for. You've got 2 or 3 standard shaped kitchen knives and really about that many hunting knives. Just a general use one, or, you know, if you can get more specialized if you want, but it doesn't have to be a big knife. So this one, I use nickel and iron on each side just as a, you know, a decoration really. And on the cutting edge is 2 different kinds of tool steel. And this one, I ran that steel up and down like that. This I made kind of the same way. It's got the nickel and iron. This is fairly stain resistant. And then there's the same thing. I've got this Damascus that's a high carbon Damascus that makes the cutting edge. And then this is some of that Mokame on the guard. You know, I tried different ways of tempering. You don't want to cool them too fast because, you know, you hear a little tink and that's a crack in the blade. Just throw it away. And really a kitchen oven for simple tool steel works just fine because your tempering temperatures are about 400 degrees. And so I'll temper knives and bake bread at the same time.